Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Manor Lords, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our Complete Beginner's Guide and our bustling settlement. So, at this point, I'm okay with food. I'd like to get a little bit more. It's September, so we are bringing in the wheat. I have one family on this. I have no available families because we are no longer getting dyes. We have hunting going on. We are processing a lot of these hides, but if I'm, because we need leather. We did go ahead and we have a tailor shop, and we are churning out cloaks. You can see we actually have an extra cloak and an extra pair of shoes. Now, people are going to take that at some point to fill up their clothing, but honestly, we're just about there. And we need 3 food, so we'd like to figure out exactly how we're going to get that 3rd food slot reliably satisfied for these people. Our food is veg, berry, egg, but these people have to go take some of these things for us to get them. We really never have meat anymore. It used to be a thing. Now, we could import a 3rd food, but the issue with that is the price and the fact that we need to be importing ale. We are trying to build a tavern, and also, actually, we did build a tavern. Once we get this wheat in and thresh it into the grain, we can process it to flour and then bake a whole bunch of stuff. So that's exciting. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. We have about 80 roof tiles to sell, which is quite a lot. Oh, bandit camp. Okay, so here we go. Let's have some fun. Where is it? All right, so here's the bandit camp. It has brigands, and it is right next to us in this town called Ruth. So what we want to do is immediately try to take this out. So I'm going to push T to center on our town. I'm going to push V. I'm going to go to create new units, and I'm going to hire somebody. So we can hire this Brotherhood of the Forest right here. Where do they come in from? Hofston. So let's see where Hofstetten is, because that's actually important. So Hofstetten is, unfortunately, on the other side of the map. That's such a shame. But maybe they can get there. I don't think so. What else we got? That's the one I want to hire. They come through Waldbrand, and so would the flock of crazy geese, if we could get them. So Waldbrand is right here. So this is the best one to hire because we can get there. So what we're going to do is, I don't know if they can take it, but we're going to try it. I have the game saved, so if we need to reload, we will, but I'm going to go ahead and hire this company now. So they cost 30 from our treasury. We spent it. And you can immediately see, let's see, where are these dudes? If you push V, yeah, here we go. You can see where they're at. And, oh, actually, maybe they're going to arrive from down here. Let's just wait and see where here they are. So here's our dudes. So we're going to go ahead and select both of these guys. So this is fine. They actually are arriving from the south of us. So we have these 2 units. Now, I don't know if this is enough, but look at how good these guys are. They are ready to go. These are brigands for hire for sure. All right? So what I'm going to do is send them over to this bandit camp. Now, I could send my own personal guard there too, but I don't think I need to. So we're going to go and I'm going to send them in. We're going to just right-click over here. You can see they're going to start marching. And you can just kind of watch them, and look at this. Another ruler's army was sighted. So the computer will immediately dispatch its own troops. We just have to hope that we are closer and can get there first. Okay, they're over here, so I think we might be able to. Let's go. It's a race. It is an absolute dogfight. Go. Go, go, go. We want the money. We want the prestige. We need this one. By the way, so while this is happening, like, time is really, really passing rapidly. The game looks beautiful. The trees are turning. It's autumn. I'm going to push T to go on Town Center, and I just want to double check, see how everybody's doing while the army is moving. I have the game paused, so we can just kind of check this out. How's the field? So the field looks good. Nothing is stored in the farmhouse, but they're just about done. There's 26 wheat on the field, which is way more than I thought we would get. This is actually going to give us a ton of bread. So this is tremendous. Now you can see we took the fertility of our field down to 19 because they've been sitting with seeds on them. And so they went down from 36, which is I think where they were, all the way down to 19. But a year of being fallow or having nothing planted should restore the fertility here. And we've got 36 wheat. They should bring it in, thresh that, and then we'll take it to the windmill and then bake it. And then I think if we get 26, there might even be more on there. I mean, I think it's actually 35 total, but anyway, let's just say it's 26. This will double into 52 bread, which will last us for a long time and should provide that third food resource so that we can actually bump up some of our burgage plots to tier 3, which would be fantastic because then we could get another development point and level up. Now, we are probably going to either go... we could go to beekeeping and get wax. I've heard that the orchard is amazing, though. Now, from what I heard from other players, the orchard, it takes 3 years to produce yields, but then it produces a ton of apples. And I really want rye cultivation because my area is good at that. So that's something to consider. I could also go into basic armor making so we could get helmets, turn some of our equipment into helmets, and then we could go over here into advanced armor making and make mail to really get strong unit types, sell some stuff, make money. So we do have something to consider when we make that decision. Now let me see how I'm doing on some of my stuff. We have no planks, which is not good at all. And that kind of makes me feel like, okay, we definitely want somebody on the saw pit. And I might take somebody off of forestry to do that because we're going to need planks for a bunch of things. Woodcutter's Lodge, yeah, absolutely. We want that. But we could just wait until we finish turning all of these hides into leather. And then once that's done, we'll just turn off the tannery and put them onto the saw pit. So I'm going to, you can see the berries are almost completely depleted as well. Once that's done, we'll take the foragers off. We've almost overhunted, which is a shame, but what can you do? Now I'm going to then zoom back out and we can find our units. Here they are over here. And we're just going to unpause the game, speed it way up, and see if we can get there. Go, 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 army. Come on. Beat them. This is why you really have to make sure that you pay attention to where the army enters from so that you can beat the computer. All right, I'm going to speed up. I'm going to go to this location. So there's only 16 of them, and I have, 36. So this should be, we should be able to take this down. Let's see. Now, I've heard that a pincer attack actually works better. So I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to have these guys go over here and see if this works. Here we go. I'm going to unpause it. Speed it up. Okay. Here, come over here. Fight these guys. And you can go right here. Yep. Come on in. Pincer. All right, let's see how this battle goes. Here we go. These brigands are ready. And we're ready too. So we're going to unpause it and just watch the melee. This is the The unbelievable fight. Now, you guys, come on in. Now, I'm going to give them orders. So, we haven't really talked about this, and I'm not very amazing at this either, but when you're in battle, okay, and you have a group selected, you have all of these commands. You can give ground, so you can lure the enemy to follow. You can do missile alert. If they have range, they don't. You could do balanced. You could stand your ground if you want to be defensive, or you can push forward. Now, we're currently balanced. I might want our group to go give ground to lure the enemy to follow. But I think because we just outnumber them by so much, we're going to be okay fighting with both of our troops as balanced. So I'm going to select this group, and I'm just going to say, come on in, let's go. So here comes the fighting. We'll pay attention. Okay, so we are at 549 influence. By the way, once you hire a group, you can see in the upper right, this is the banner of the group that we've hired, and this is how much we've already paid them. This is how many days we have left before we have to pay them again. So as long as we dismiss this group before we have to pay them again, then we don't have to pay, but they will leave. So, you know. And this is the fight. And you could see they're down to 14. We're still at full strength. And they're just surrounded. We've lost one mercenary. They're down to 12. I'm going to speed it up. Look at that. Okay, so we got influence by defeating them. Now there's still more work to be done, though. We got to get to this camp before the computer does. Where is the computer? They're still marching. Thank goodness. Okay, so we routed them. Now, there's no more enemy here, so I'm just going to select both of our units, and I'm going to go up to the bandit camp. Speed it up. That is awesome. So look at that. We almost have enough influence now to claim a nearby area. So we're going to watch our dudes, and that camp is empty. So they're just going to walk up here, and once they get to it, they crush it, and then you get this message. And it says, Spoils of War. When searching through the enemy's belongings, you find a stash of goods. They could be sent to your people who surely need them, though it's your right to keep it. So you basically have a choice of where the money goes. You can either take it in your treasury, which will allow you to purchase things like more mercenaries, or you can send the money to your town to get regional wealth. Now, I'm going to send it to our town because I want to open up some trade routes, do some more things in town. So I would rather they have the money right now. And you can see immediately it says regional wealth gained 118. So we went up to 118. Now, for whatever reason, this will spike again in my experience. So we'll get another installment of this money in a moment. So we're at 352 now. You can see it jumped up. And then there's no camp left. Let's just zoom way out if we can. I'm going to push V and close this and then just kind of go on the main map. And make sure that another bandit camp didn't just emerge. And I don't see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my units back to our town center. And here we go. Let's see. Do I have you guys selected? Yeah. And I'm just going to select, like, why don't you guys march back here? You can just kind of be over here. Or, no, this is fine right here. And so they're going to slowly make their way back. Now, I don't plan on hiring them again unless we need money. But I'm going to push T to go to town center and zoom in. And let's take a look at what we've got. So the field is empty. We ended up with 32 wheat, which is ridiculous. So happy about that. And we do have to wait for them to process this. We can't do anything with it right now because the windmill needs grain. So they need to turn this wheat into grain, and we'll wait for that to happen. You can see they're actually plowing the field. So this is going to take a while, but they have to now plow this field. You see it's to prepare, but what we don't want them to do is sow it at all. We do not want that to happen. But they shouldn't because it says it is supposed to be fallow. Now, the other ruler's army is sighted, but in my experience, they're not going to attack us. We see them. They're over here. Sometimes they pass by, but whatever. Okay, and then there it goes. You see how, again, we got the regional wealth soar up to 470. So right away, before too much is lost, here's what I want to do. I want to go to my trading post, and I want to go to trade, and I want to open up a trade route for ale. I could bring in rye. Okay, so we could go to crafting materials, and we could just look for malt, and then turn the malt into ale to save some money by making one of our houses a brewer. But you can see how it's 14 for malt and it's 18 for ale directly. So I kind of feel like it's okay. Like, well, we could go here instead and just get rye at 12. It's not that cheap, or it's not that much cheaper. The only thing is we wouldn't have to open a trade route. So what we could do is, our choices are just bring in ale directly, or we could push construction. We could go to residential, and you could see how, all right, the tavern needs ale, so we could go to farming, and we could produce, no, where is it? Is it industry? Yeah, here you go. So workers use barley to produce malt. So I don't know, barley is rye, I believe, right? So I think that they could just take raw rye. We could have somebody at the malt house. They could convert it to malt. And then, like, we could take this burgage plot right here, and we could switch them up to be a brewery extension so that they could produce ale. If we wanted to do it that way, it would save us a lot of money. But at the trade-off would be that we have to produce a ton of labor to get that going. We'd need a malt house and we'd need a brewer. So there'd be two families just on that. Whereas we could keep the labor distribution as is and just bring in ale, but it would be at a great expense. So, like, if it's one ale per household, okay, to get to level 3, that's something to consider. But we only need 3 plots to be level 3 to get to the next settlement level. So, you know, it's not like we have to produce ale for the entire village, just for the, you know, more needy people, the people with higher demands, the wealthier citizens. So that's something to think about as well. We could also do both. It's just the only thing is that if we wanted to bring in ale, it requires a route, which is going to cost 192 to do that. So what I think I'll do is, for the time being, in the short term, I'm going to go ahead and open a route with our spoils of war. And then I'm going to import ale, and we're going to get 1, 2, 3. I think we'll get 3 currently as a surplus so that we can upgrade 3 homes to level 2, and they will get us more money. I'll actually get 4. That's fine. Okay. Now, you could see that our favor went up, and this is because, yes, we have taxation, but we also have, we're making shoes, and we're making cloaks, so that's +3 approval, and our church is really nice, so +3 there. So because our approval is so high, people are going to move in, but that also gives us more wiggle room if we want to tweak the taxes a bit, and I kind of do. So I'm going to go to taxes, and I can go, oops, not that high. How about 6%? I've read online that people recommend 10 to 15% as your max. So I'm actually, where does 7 go? 5 approval. I'm going to go right in the middle at 8. So there's no change between 7 and 8. So we're just going to do that. There we go. Now we could also start tithing more as we get more food. And that's not a bad idea if we want to get enough influence to purchase a nearby house. So I could go to taxing and I could just bump the tithe up to, like, just double it, 4%. So 4% of our food goes to the church. So we're at 869. We'll see how much that comes into play. And we ended up with 38 total wheat, which is phenomenal. And if I look at my commodities, I have no grain, but we do have 38 wheat. Oh, and by the way, rye is not barley. So let me look at the trade. I discussed that incorrectly for some reason. Let me see here. Yeah, I would need to buy barley. There you go. Sorry, not rye. So we'd buy barley, we'd process that in the malt house, and then we'd do that in, a distiller, make the ale. But that's for down the road. I'm not really moving in more people just yet. Let me zoom out. Let me see. Did we get the berries? There's 7 left. How are we doing on... are there any hides left? No. And are there any hides here? No. So we're going to take the family out of this, and I'm going to put somebody at the saw pit because we're out of planks. Phenomenal. All right, so we're working here. They're not going to get to this until they finish plowing the field, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to speed this up. Berries almost done. I'm going to go as fast as possible, get the rest of the berries. Once these berries disappear... Okay, somebody came by and spent a little money. We're back up to 239. Did we get any ale? We have 10 shoes. We got all the ale. Look at this. We're at 239 profit. We bought all the ale, and we have shoes. So somebody's going to have to work the tavern to distribute the ale. But this house could go to the next level. So I kind of want to kick out a family to work on the field so we get this done. Here's our mercenaries. We have 9 days left with these guys. So all we're doing is keeping them for 9 days. If I'm going to walk them over to these territories, actually. If somebody appears, I don't need them to like defend our town or anything. I'm just going to walk over here. If somebody appears within that time, we can send out our mercenaries. If not, before this goes out, we're just going to cancel them. We're going to fire them and say thank you for your service. You did a great job. How we doing? 4 berries. Okay. Now that's a lot of roof tiles. We could also just cool it on roof tile and do something else, but, you know. 3 berries. What happened to this field? Okay, they're turning it. So, maybe then they weren't... I thought they were plowing it, but... Now everything turned off. I don't know what to say about this. But, yeah. Oh, it's switched over to fallow, so now there's no indicators of anything. So they stopped plowing it, but that's fine because now they're going to actually process this, and we're doing well. So if another bandit camp crops up, maybe they can do it, but I doubt it. We got, I mean, think about what we got, though. We paid 30. We hired this group. They took out bandits. We ended up getting around 300 influence, and we ended up getting like 250 regional wealth, which is just so awesome. They don't like the taxation, but they do like clothes. They're like, grumble, grumble. We love these shoes. So we have a surplus of shoes. So this is yet another good that we can sell. So I'm going to go to the trading post, and I'm going to go to trade. And we have shoes. And Now, shoes require a route, sadly. They do sell pretty well, and so do cloaks, but we don't have enough money for that right now. Okay. Oh no! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I ended up paying them again. Well, shucks. That was a mistake. I was like telling you guys, like, don't pay them. Okay, so do not be like me. Do not pay them again. That was a mistake. But we might be able to leverage them one more time. I'm going to put them right here. Maybe they can't be on the territory with brigands for them to spawn. But I definitely don't want to hire them again. It's okay to hire them for one more month, but I really don't need them. Work area is empty. So what this means is the berries are done. So now we're going to go to the forager hut and we're going to cancel it. That will get rid of that warning. And then you can see here they are working on this. And if I mouse over this, we have 15 wheat. But we also have 23 grain. So I'm going to put a family actually on the windmill before I do the tavern. No, you know what? That's the wrong idea. I have the wrong idea about that. I'm going to take a family off the forester's hut, and we're going to go ahead and put them on the tavern. I do want the bread to get made, but I'm going to go ahead and get this tavern stocked because I want to turn... The sooner I turn these burgage plots to level 3, the more we can see how much money they're going to give us, and also we can upgrade our town to the next settlement level. So let's look at my supplies. I have 5 iron slabs, 40 iron ore, 60 clay, 49 dyes. Am I selling dyes? I sure am. Are people purchasing them? No. I could buy a trade route to ensure that people came by to get them, but, you know. Now, the ale might have been tapped because they took it. So this is actually... I need to turn ale off, I think. Did you guys get your ale yet? Who took the ale? Maybe they just took it to store. Well, we'll find out. We don't want everybody to take ale. Now, as far as I understand it, this is actually... I don't completely know how this works. But I think that the only people who are going to take ale are the people who are in a level 2 shop. Like, they have to be in a level 2 burgage because they need that need. So hopefully that's the case. Now, the people who are closest might have access first, which is not great, but that's, you know, we'll be okay. Whoa. We just got 45 planks. I mean, already? Goodness gracious. Okay, I thought we were running low. All right, well, saw pit people, you're good. You did it. I thought I had 0 the last time I looked at that. So the windmill is happening. Let's hit the... this is almost done. Tavern is rockin'. There is ale here. And the bloomery is going. I'm going to put the family on the oven. Get that rolling. Mm-hmm. All right, I want to see... Okay, look. I'm going to pause it. You can see people are here. People are like, well, these are servants. Oh, are the... Wait a minute now. Are my own militia guys from the manor coming to get the ale? That's not who I want getting the ale. Okay, look, they're ready. So if we upgrade this to level 3, it will need planks, roof tile, but they generate 2 wealth per family per month, and it actually adds living space for an extra family. Wow. but their requirements will increase. So let's bump up 1, okay? So we did this. We bumped up 1, and we'll have to wait for this to be constructed. Now, we don't have anybody doing construction, but I'm pretty sure that the house, they do the construction on their own house. I'll see if that actually goes up or not. Yeah, people are delivering stuff. There's the oxen coming over. Okay, let me zoom out. Let me check out my labor situation. How's it going here at the farmhouse? They're done. Family out. I might make a smithy or something, even though I have a blacksmith. Did you make any spears yet? Oh, this is why. Maybe they were making spears. How many spears do I have now? I have 6 extra spears, surplus. So that means like my entire, let me go to V, my entire military has enough spears, but we don't have enough shields. Okay, so blacksmith, we need somebody who, the joinery I think is what makes those. So then, let's just make some sidearms, I guess, to try to sell those. Because we have enough extra spears. Now, if we built the smithy, they could make tools, but we have tools. That's not a concern. Maybe I will make, the malt house, just because. Our money is dropping. I gotta stop buying ale. Okay, I'm going to go to Trading Post, and we're going to turn off ale for now. Now, this will upset people. Don't get me wrong. Hopefully, we can close the gap, though. We should have people coming in buying our stuff. Okay, they did. They bought something. How are we doing on, like, wool and... We're doing great on food, I'll tell you that much. We have 1 million shoes. So shoes are great, but we have more than we need. So we want to open up a route to sell these shoes, but it's too expensive. $240. Ugh. So rough. I wish people would buy... How much are my cloaks? $240 also for that. Do I have extra cloaks? Not that many. I have a lot of extra shoes. Alright, so let's see what happens. Are they upgrading this? They are. Let's watch this. 19 days left. Okay, fine. Wow. Look at that Burgage plot level 3. That looks insane. Now they... Oh, they're getting all of their needs met, which is good. So they're not upset. But all they're doing is carrots. So we could upgrade them if we want. But this did produce a space for an extra family. Somebody else could live here. So that's cool. So do I want to, like, upgrade this again? I can. This costs 25 wealth to do. I think I'm going to do it because I'd like to just get my town to the next level. And are there any camps on the map? I don't see anything. I'm always checking. All right, they finished the malt house, and let's see, how's the windmill going? They're still processing, so we got to wait for that. Actually, no, wait. Do we have any grain left? We do. Okay, we have to wait for that. We getting any bread baked yet? No. Our money just keeps dropping off the earth, so I'm going to have to stop giving them ale. I just can't afford it. So what we're going to do is do desired surplus 0, and maybe we can bring in barley. But it's expensive as well. It's not like that's cheap. Winter is approaching. It really is. All right, we got another burgage plot level 3. So we have room for another one. We have 121 days before the bad guys come, so we're okay on that regard. We have 15 grain left to turn into flour. New mercenary company is available. So what I'm going to do is not push my luck, and I'm going to go push V, and we're going to go here, and we're going to just click disband unit so that we don't have to pay them anymore. I don't want to risk it. Somebody bought some stuff, thank goodness. The new family moved in. All right, so we have 2 families free. So one thing I want to do is, like, this house right here just has a goat farm. So we're going to change this into a joiner's workshop so that we can make shields to fully outfit our group. Now that will take them out of the labor pool. And we might run out of planks. Man, we're going to run out of logs, actually. It's okay. Do we finally get some bread? Oven? There's a little bit of bread. Sweet. Well, everybody, we've been able to basically hire a military, just temporarily, some mercenaries to go out, clear out a camp. We're at 885 influence. We might be able to get another tile here, which will be huge for us. We have 2 burgage plots, level 3, that look fantastic. We're doing okay on food. Our wealth is stabilizing, and I think we're doing much, much better. Prepared for the winter. We got 7 months of food, 12 months of fuel. I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care.